Hi everyone, Animal Girl here, back with another edition of TV Talk. It's Saturday, and that means it's Touched by an Angel Day. And this week's episode was The Road Home, aka Joe's Return. Monica and Tess are sent to pull Joe Greene from a downward spiral. Immersed in escalating lies and an avid drug problem, Joe compounds the issue by running away and endangering his young son. Joe Greene compromises his situation by driving his car off the road while under the influence. This second stumble threatens the life of yet another in Joe's path, his son. Okay, things I liked about this episode. First off, I loved the message. Now, the message here was actually twofold. First off was trust. Once they found out what he did, Joe's family had to had to trust that he would do the right thing despite everything they knew about him. And part of that was what one member of this extended family did to prove that he did indeed trust that Joe would do the right thing. Secondly, it was taking responsibility for situations that we cause. Joe had to take responsibility for what he did at the beginning of the episode. And taking responsibility for things was something he's never really done up to this point. Also, this is the first time we've seen Joe Greene in Touched by an Angel. Now, we might have seen him in Promised Land. I don't know. I haven't seen Promised Land other than the episodes that are part of Touched by an Angel. If I can find the DVDs, I will be watching those and doing a review on them. But all in all, this is the first time we've actually seen Joe. We've heard him mentioned a couple of times, but we haven't seen him up to this point, at least not as far as Touched by an Angel is concerned. Secondly, this episode ties in with Promised Land. You may have noticed on the title page that I not only had season 4, episode 1, and then the name of the episode up there for Touched by an Angel, but I also had Promised Land season 2 episode 1 and then the name of the episode up there as well because they tie in together. And just like with the other 2 episodes with Promised Land it starts in Touched by an Angel and finishes in Promised Land, rather than do 2 separate videos on it, I'm just combining them into one video. Now, I really love it when Touched by an Angel does an episode with their sister show, Promised Land. This Promised Land is a spin-off of Touched by an Angel. We do see Tess and Andrew appear in Promised Land every once in a while. Not often, but every once in a while. Monica, I believe, has only appeared in 2 Promised Land episodes, the pilot and Amazing Grace, part 2. Other than that, she's really not involved in Promised Land all that much. It's mostly just Tess and Andrew from Touched by an Angel that will show up most of the time. And just because we see Tess or Andrew in Promised Land doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be an episode that ties in with Touched by an Angel. Case in point, just because we see a member of the Greene family, or Erasmus, who is an unofficial member of the Greene family, doesn't mean that the episode is going to tie in, or in Touched by an Angel, doesn't mean the episode is necessarily going to tie in with Promised Land, but a lot of times it does. So when Touched by an Angel ties in their sister episode with Promised Land with an episode, I really love that. Now, unfortunately, we're only going to get one more episode where Promised Land will tie in with Touched by an Angel, but I will let you know which one that is when we come to it. Okay, things I didn't like about this episode. There really wasn't a lot I didn't like about this episode. I guess if I had to pick something, I guess it's kind of where they ended it. I didn't like. I mean, they ended it on a good note, but there were still some things that weren't resolved. But don't worry, they'll get resolved later on down the line. We will come back to this episode later, I promise. Okay, feel free to leave your comments and questions in the comment section. I do love to read those. And please like and share this video if you're watching on Facebook, or like and subscribe if you haven't already if you're watching on YouTube, and feel free to follow me on Wattpad, Tumblr, Instagram, Twitter, and DeviantArt. I do have my name for those 5 sites right there on the screen, as well as the pictures I use for the icons. Please note, all pictures seen within this video belong to their respected artists. I own absolutely nothing. Also, the link for the 5 sites that I mentioned will be in the description section. Okay, quick reminder on my comment rules. Okay, feel free to check out my other Touched by an Angel videos. My other TV talk videos. And my other videos. Okay, before I sign off, a few things I'd like to touch on. First off, and this is for my YouTube subscribers, any of my videos that cannot be found on YouTube can be found on my Facebook page. I will have the link in the description section. This one is for my Facebook friends. Any videos that cannot be found on Facebook are on my YouTube channel. I will have the link for that in the description section. I will be posting the links for said videos on to Facebook, but if you're having any problems viewing them, just, feel free to check out my Facebook channel. I would like to apologize for not posting a video last week. Unfortunately, things were a little crazy for me. And unfortunately, stuff like this does happen. I mean, that's life. You plan to do something, and then something comes up, and you can't do everything you plan to do. And lastly, Game of Thrones will be put on hold in 2 weeks, and I would like to know what show you would like me to do a review series on to take its place. Your choices are Fruits Basket, Superman the Animated Series, Batman the Animated Series, and Gargoyles. Voting is very simple. All you have to do is write down which one of the 4 shows listed you would like me to do a series of review videos on in the comment section, and or like or love a positive comment on one of the 4 shows, and whichever one gets the most votes is the one I'll do a video on. Please note that negative comments and dislikes do not count as votes. Superman the Animated Series and Batman the Animated Series may be shortened to Superman and Batman. Voting will be until June 10th, and I will give a notification in case this changes. I know I said the 17th, but that was a miscalculation on my part, so I do apologize for that. You may vote as many times as you wish, but in the event of a tie, I do have the final say. So far, it stands at 1 vote for Gargoyles, 0 votes for the other 3. However, you have a little over a week to get until voting's done, so make sure to get your votes in and make your voices known. As always, thank you for watching, and have a very nice day.